The technology to create powerful cyborg soldier has been released to the public for use by the Birahe Corporation. Those outfitted with robotic parts are known as the Extenders. Jujo Inu, one such Extender, was created as a soldier, has no memories of his former life, but now, after the war, he runs a business to take care of Extender-related incidents around the city. Rumor of a renegade Extender that kidnapped a child reaches his ears. And behold, as Junior returns to his office, a giant robotic man with a boy on his back crosses in and asks for help. While Juzo could just turn the guy in and be done with it, something about the situation is too fishy to ignore. It seems that everyone wants a hold of this kid, and whether he likes it or not, Juzo finds himself must find why this extender is on the run, how it's connected to the Bureau Corporation, and just how far treachery runs in the city. This anime has a second season, No Gun Life Season 2, has 12 episodes from October 11, 2019 to December 27, 2019, based on a popular manga series. It's action, drama, and sci-fi and seinen. Each episode is 24 minutes per episode and rated PG-13. Now let's get started into the review. I feel like with No Gun, No Life, it's more of a grittier take to the type of like detective style, noir style, and I feel like it deals with a lot of things with corruption and dehumanizing and strength combined with the gritty detective style. But I feel like the overall like style and execution of the actual anime has to do with like the strong foreshadowing and strong cast, and overall I feel like for season 1, and there is season 2 for this anime as well that came out in like 2020. I feel like overall it does with our main protagonist, who's an overextender and a former gun slave unit that was used during the war. And I feel like his backstory from time to time is only mentioned very short and very briefly. And I think I just keep on watching to figure out more bits and pieces of his past and like how he became what he was and what he does now and what led him to this profession, to help other extenders. And I feel like other characters kind of fall into place when they cross paths with him, along with their backstory that gets revealed little by little, and if you kind of feel like you have this motivation or some type of relativity for them, or they feel like nothing else is going for them. But I feel like that's the least of, this anime for itself, how, you're always put in the face of many villains who are the extremes in how evil and insane they can really be and how much you can push them to the limits before, truly, unraveling this type of treachery and, what's the word I'm looking for? True corruption in the city that this anime is basically presented in. And then also the other character that's thrown into Drew's life, is protecting this other extender who's like, and this child that's being kidnapped, and why do people want this particular child? And I think as the story progresses on and all over to season 2, you see that relationship kind of grow and try to define like what's truly going on and why for this reason. And I feel like in this gritty dystopia of a world, I feel like this more futuristic world where people have part robot to them, and kind of shapes their own identity and what parts actually like thoroughly change and how it helps them with jobs or their lifestyle or like their status in the world. And I feel like the whole grayish tone like helps that environment bring up more of a steampunk aesthetic with more different take to it. And I feel like also the visual effects and the scenery is very heavy of the use of CGIs, and I also feel like along with the 2D part is not enough to be too overall overwhelming, and not too distracting to where the viewers can still enjoy the scene that's happening unfolding in front of them, along with like the action scenes and the visual highlights. It's pretty much very fast paced and very enjoyable, where you're not going to get lost and not trying to figure out what's happening all at once, even though it does go at a very, very fast pace. I think sometimes with the CGI, it is also like very like shown and used, but I think it helps to the show's advantage. I think also thanks to the noir style that it helps with that, along with the music, which kind of delves in like that smooth jazz type, helps give the show its own identity and makes it stand out from the rest. I feel like overall, for me, it was pretty good. I'm like the voice acting brought the characters to life, and fits the characters' personalities to the best, and have shown like their motivations and their goals. And overall, like every character I feel like that was present on the scene did the job for the most part, and every character got their own spotlight to make their voices heard and their story known. And I think also I would say, if you do watch season 1, definitely watch season 2, because you see those characters flesh out even more. Even though in season 1 we're just getting a bit of the characters and their backstory where they haven't been properly fleshed out to the development where you need them to be. But I feel like in season 2 get more of that story progression and character progression to have that nice balance. Especially if you like that type of noir style gritty feel to it, and then this is definitely the anime for you. But if this is not your type of style, then you can still enjoy it for like the storytelling, the world building that it is, and just seeing a new element of people who are modified to an extent that where you have a guy that has a gun, basically a gun shaped head, and and you see how humans have some type of form of robotic manufactured like limb aesthetic done to them, and along with the humans that are still kind of human, not really human, they just look human on the surface, but what kind of advancements have actually been done to them to actually enjoy that type of enhancement to live in this world, to basically be like survival of the fittest is basically what I'm trying to get at here. But definitely check out No Gun Life. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you also seen season 2, because I think season 2 gets more of a progression of these characters that we're introduced to, and then season 2 kind of continues off where we left off. And then also there is a manga based on No Gun Life, so whatever the 2 seasons leave off at from 1 and 2, the manga does go back to that more development where they pick it up from and where they left off at to continue the storyline with these characters that we've grown and loved to watch over the course. But definitely check out for yourself and let me know what you think. But until then, bye.